So the next couple of brushes I'm going to be sharing with you guys are detailed eye brushes, the ones that I use to create my eye look. So they're fairly smaller. I'm gonna start with my favorite one, and I think it's absolutely great, and I think everyone should have this in their kit. I think with this one brush alone, you can truly create a whole eye look. Except probably like a smudger brush, or an eyebrow brush, or a gel line if you want to apply a gel liner. But in terms of applying shadow, even if you have 3 shades or you want to do a more 3D kind of shadow look, all you really need is this one brush, I think. And this is the MAC 239, and this brush is a medium shadow brush. I'm not so sure if they have a bigger one, but I believe they do. It's quite dense. The bristles are soft, but they're packed very densely, and this is really great for applying shadow on your entire lid. And also, because of its shape, it allows you to pack on more on your crease and allow you to contour as well. But the one thing that makes this brush stand out for me is the fact that it's really great for packing on product on your lid. I mean, you don't even have to brush it back and forth. I literally just dab it on your pot or your eyeshadow and just literally pat it on your lid, and it places the product amazingly. So this is the MAC 239. The next brush I'm going to share with you guys is this Sonia Kashuk medium blending brush. And what I like using this for is blending my entire eyeshadow area. So anytime you want to do a smoky look or any eye look, even if you're just using one shadow, it's very important to just have a blending brush all the time, because it diffuses harsh lines and it just makes everything look so much more natural. I was drawn to this very much so because of its tapered shape and how large it was and how soft the bristles were, and the handle is just absolutely great. So I highly recommend this. This is just a Sonia Kashuk brush that you can get at Target. The next brush I'm going to show you guys is this very, very large e.l.f. shadow brush. And as you can see, it is very large. This is the largest eyeshadow brush I've ever seen. This is very, very densely packed, and this I use to apply my base shadow for my entire lid up to my brow bone. And what I like about very dense eyeshadow brushes is that it really allows you to get the product, pat the product and just apply it on your lid perfectly without wasting so much and without having so much fallout as well, versus flimsier, less dense brushes where, because of the powder consistency of most shadows, once you start doing a back and front wiper motion, you just have all the powder just falling out. So I really do prefer dense brushes and applying the product on your lid. And I think for, when it comes to blending though, I definitely agree. You should use a less dense, fluffy, softer brush. The next brush I'm going to share is the one that I use as a concealer brush, and this is what I use for detailed concealing, like if I have any blemishes or in smaller areas like around my nose, if I have any redness or broken capillaries. And this is not a cosmetic brand brush. This is actually a paint brush brand, and this is the Low Cornell brand. And if you are into beauty blogging, I'm sure you've come across a few beauty gurus sharing some of their paintbrush finds, and one that is highly recommended is the Low Cornell brand of brushes. I think just because the quality is so much better, and And there is nothing wrong. There really is no difference between paint brushes and makeup brushes, especially if you look into whether they're synthetic or they're goat hair. The fibers are all the same. Sometimes the handles with paint brushes are just a bit longer. So in that whole stash of suggested paintbrush brands and brushes that you can use to apply makeup as well, this is the only one that I actually ever did stick with. It's perfect just for grabbing that small amount of concealer and for getting in the very small areas and just dabbing on blemishes. And this is the Low Cornell 75 Filbert brush. This is it. I'm not so sure if you guys can see the name right there. And it's a very tapered synthetic brush. The next brush that I am going to be sharing with you guys is one that is very, very essential and which any smoky eye relies on. I rely on it on a daily basis because I do a smoky eye every day. And this is my Smudger brush. It is the Sephora Professional brush in number 12. And this is the rounded smudge. And you can see it is rounded. Very, very dense and really does a great job of smudging cream liners and or cream shadows. And it's, yeah, I love this brush. It's one of the brushes, probably one of my top 5 brushes in my kit. Does the job really well. Another Sephora brush that I use on a daily basis is this number 14 smudge brush. It's another Sephora Professional smudge brush, but as you can see, the shape is very different. This is not rounded, it's a bit wider. What I like using this brush for is for applying a more intense color on my outer V or on my crease and very specific areas. So what I do is I just literally dab this on the product and then just intensify the color on any area that I want to do any detail work of contouring. And this is a Sephora number 14 brush. I have 2 Bobbi Brown brushes that are essential in my kit. The first one being the Bobbi Brown Eyebrow Brush. This is holy grail. I don't think there's any other eyebrow brush as good as this. It's a slanted eyebrow brush that is very, very dense. The bristles are very hard as well. I don't know if you guys can see that or hear that. That's how dense it is. And it just allows me to comb through my eyebrow and pick up product, a bit of you know, shadow as well. And it just allows me to comb my eyebrow perfectly and shape it at the same time with a shadow. And the second Bobbi Brown brush that I have is their Ultra Fine Eyeliner Brush, and this is for applying any gel liner. Very dense as well, but the bristles are not as hard. Very, very fine, and does an amazing job in terms of applying gel liners. It really does give you a very, very fine line. So yeah, these are the 2 essential Bobbi Brown brushes that I have. They're a bit pricier than the Sephora ones, but definitely great investment. And Bobbi Brown brushes, I think, are a cosmetic brand that comes out with brushes that are of very, very high quality. And I know that a lot of people also have named the Bobbi Brown foundation brush as their holy grail. It has a large following. And then I have this Estee Lauder slanted eyeshadow brush, and it's a medium size. I'm sorry, this has been with me for quite a while. There is no number or no name, but it is a medium slanted shadow brush, so they only have one, I guess, of this. And what I like using this for, it has very soft bristles and it's not very, very dense. And what I like using this for is applying a highlight shadow on my brow bone. So it's very good for that. I didn't forget everything. I think that is all my brush essentials. I hope that was informative to some of you, and thank you guys for watching.